Today is Sunday, November 29th, 2020, and in today's video, we'll go over the top 5 things likely to drive the action on Wall Street in the week ahead. So let's get it started off with number 1. Coronavirus headlines will continue to drive market sentiment in the coming days. COVID cases continue to surge across the United States, with new infections nearing 200,000 in a day, while deaths are at their highest level since April. Many health officials expect the health crisis to worsen in the days and weeks ahead as millions of Americans traveled over the Thanksgiving holiday. Still, with that being said, what might matter more to the market are further vaccine headlines. A panel of U.S. advisors are set to meet on Tuesday to vote on how initial supplies of the vaccine will be given out once approved. Just a reminder, Pfizer has already asked the US FDA to allow emergency use of its COVID-19 vaccine candidate. Moderna is also expected to seek emergency use of its vaccine soon, perhaps in the coming weeks as well. So keep your eyes on those headlines as it will likely drive market sentiment. On to number 2. The November employment report due on Friday morning will be the highlight of the week on the economic calendar. Analysts expect it to show that the U.S. economy created 500,000 jobs last month, slowing from an increase of 638,000 in October. If confirmed, it would be the smallest gain since the job market recovery began back in May. The unemployment rate, meanwhile, is forecast to fall from 6.9% to 6.8%, but still well above the 4.5% jobless rate seen before the outbreak started back in March. On to number 3. Besides the jobs data, purchasing managing surveys from the manufacturing and services sectors will provide additional updates on the damage from the recent resurgence of COVID cases across the country. The ISM Manufacturing PMI is due at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday, while the Services PMI is then expected to come out on Thursday. Both surveys are expected to show a decline from a month earlier as some parts of the country reimposed restrictions to curb the spread of the virus. As always, you can head over to Investing.com's economic calendar to stay up to date with those releases. On to number 4. Fed Chair Jay Powell and Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin are scheduled to testify before the Senate Banking Committee on Tuesday, and again a day later before the House Financial Services Committee. The two will be discussing the emergency measures taken to help the economy after the outbreak of the pandemic about 9 months ago. Markets will be watching Powell's comments closely to see if he drops any hints regarding the central bank's stimulus program. Speculation has been growing in recent weeks that the Fed will strengthen its QE program at its upcoming meeting later this month. And finally, number 5, this week will also feature the last batch of Q3 earnings reports as the earnings season winds down on Wall Street. Zoom Video Communications, which releases earnings on Monday after the close, will likely attract most of the attention. The stock has been one of the big winners of the coronavirus crisis, with shares climbing around 600% year to date. DocuSign, another coronavirus winner, which I highlighted as my stock of the week in my new Sunday post for Investing.com, also reports results on Thursday after the bell. Some of the other notable names due in the coming days also include Salesforce, CrowdStrike, and Snowflake. Head over to Investing.com's earnings calendar to stay up to date when those come out. So that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button for those tuning in on the podcast. Thank you for listening. May the trading gods be with you. Stay safe, everybody. Have a good one.